Morning, everybody. It's Monday, July 3rd. I'm here at the Leona Springs Trailhead. I'm going to be heading in. It's going to be a long hike today. It's about coming up on 6 o'clock, and I'm going to be heading up the Leona Springs Trail to Leona Springs, and then on to Manila Park, where I'll hook up with the Uinta Highline Trail. I'll be heading east past East Park Reservoir and then out on the Eastern Trailhead, and Patty's going to pick me up there. Like I said, this is going to be a long one, and I've got a plan B for Patty to pick me up at East Park Reservoir if I can't make it all the way. So this is going to be quite an adventure. Like I said, I've never done one this long, but I'm really looking forward to it, and we'll see if the feet will be my friend the whole way. I know they're going to be hating me, but I'm really excited about this. I'm climbing just about 2,000 feet and 3 miles, just about 3 miles from here to Manila Park, and that put me up about 10,000 feet there. And then it's fairly level for quite a while before it comes back down, so it should be good. We'll get the hard part over with in the morning. So anyway, we're going to start heading up the trail, and we'll check in later. Well, I've reached the creek that's fed by Leona Spring. I wasn't sure how much water I'd have up here, because I know after I get past the spring there's no water until East Park Reservoir, so I packed kind of heavy with water. Now I know I could have packed light until I got up to the spring and then filled up there. But well, this is Leona Spring. That's a pretty good spring, and that water is really good. I've got 3-liter bottles, and I got them all full because I know I'm going to be short on water up on top, but I had to get some of this water because it is wonderful. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a whole bunch of elk right over there. Well, I made it to Manila Park. I was trying to see if this felt a little bit familiar, because I know that Brent and I came through here last August, just about 11 months ago, and it's not seeming familiar yet. I gotta go find the Highline. I'm right on it, but in these meadows you can't always tell because there's not necessarily much track, and that was a pretty tough climb, but just not too long, so just right. Well, I'm gonna get my bearings here so I pick up the trail. I think it heads off that way, but we'll see. I don't know how much longer those elk are gonna stay there. That's pretty cool. I saw 2 big bulls off to my right as I was coming in. They got spooked and took off through there. Oh, they're moving now. That's cool. All right, we'll check in later. This eastern end of the Highline Trail is not as well traveled, obviously, as the western end. The trail's pretty good most places, but you definitely have to keep an eye on where you're going. It's really easy to get off the trail here. Now, where I'm going right now, the trail's pretty well established, but we have to watch for low blazes like that. I've only had one rock cairn between Manila Park and here, so you got to look, keep an eye out for everything. Most of the time it's trail blazes on the trees you got to watch for. And like I said, most of them are pretty old, so they're not really obvious. I would never want to try to do this eastern end without some kind of GPS aid. At least to be able to get yourself back on the trail when you get off. But nice trail right here. And did I mention a lot of downed trees? I think there's more here than there was last August. I remember there being a few, but I mean, this is like, they're down everywhere up in here. The hard winter must have taken its toll. So there's the trail right there in front of me. So I've already hopped about 15 or 20 trees like this in the last quarter of a mile. So time to put the camera away and get back to hiking here. This is Lonesome Park, and it does feel pretty lonesome out here. I haven't seen another soul out here other than that dozen or so of elk back there in Vanilla Park. I've had it all to myself and beautiful, quiet. Well, I made it to East Park Reservoir. This was the point at which I was going to decide to have to go to Plan B or not and have Patty pick me up here, but I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the fact that I feel good. Feet are sore, but I just got, I don't know, 4.5 or so miles to get down to the trailhead at McKee Draw, so feels pretty good. I found this little shady spot here that's pretty nice. It's right here by Little Brush Creek, so I could, you know, have a little snack, and I filtered some water, and the water's still nice and cold, and changed my socks, and I'm thinking that's part of the secret is this is my second sock change and in this trip, and I think it helps. If nothing else, it feels good just to have some dry socks on. So, well, I'm going to hang out here for just a little bit, and then I'll make my way back onto the trail and head down. This is Big Park. Aptly named. This is definitely big. All the way up there. As is typical with these parks, they call them parks here, these big meadows, they tend to be slushy, which is really interesting because they're not high ground. I mean, they are high ground, but it's not necessarily the low parts that are slushy. The high parts get it too. So the surrounding mountains must be pushing the water up into these areas. The trail's sometimes pretty tough to figure out where it goes. You can see right there's one of those brown paddle boards. It has the trail number on it. And there's one right here at the edge of the meadow. But they're not always obvious, and unless you got binoculars, you'd never see them on the other side. So sometimes there aren't any marks at all, and you have to just go over and find it at the other end. It helps to know where you're going, though, that's for sure. Looks like we got some weather coming in, so I'll probably get a sprinkle or two. I'll be glad this is the last park I'll be in, so I'll be in the trees the rest of the time, so it shouldn't be a risk for lightning. So, well, here I can hear it rumbling over there now. All right, well, I'm going to get back on the trail. Well, I made it. It was a long haul, but it was worth it. But the only thing I didn't like was the stretch coming down from, I'm not sure what Forest Service Road it is, but just a little bit past Big Park, and down this ATV trail coming down here to McKee Draw. Absolutely miserable. I remember it being bad when Brent and I went up it, but so I don't think I'll ever do it again. It's just big loose rocks for 4 miles, and it's steep, and it was miserable. The rest of the hike, I was loving it. So anyway, I'm just waiting for my ride. Patty should be here in about 5 minutes, and we'll wrap it up till next time.